the sin, took it on my chin.
We're at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Here's Tannehill. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly. Yeah,
usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, drop it down a touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their futures. They look ahead to the offseason. What spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They hand this off to Harris. Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Hard throw, incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Tannehill trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And here comes a return from and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. Now how about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Patterson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Cordero Patterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the run is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced them to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Taken from just outside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. On 1st down at Stafford. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now a first down carry for Harris. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On the give, this is Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That play gets them 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. Boswell good with the extra point. And that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second and 9. Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A give running right is Evans. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Darrington Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They'll run on first down. Harris. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Stafford. He gets this one to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Stafford. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Stafford now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Stafford. Eluded, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Stafford. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the rout is on here in this first half. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Tannehill now to throw. He's got a man, complete. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, we got Mike 10 right here, guys. Mike 10. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Here's Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Looking left side, and it's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they get the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. On the ground, it's Harris. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Stafford. Dancing to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On 2nd down, this is Harris. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. Here's Patterson. Five yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Give to the fullback. This is Watt. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. That's well good with the extra point. And the lead will swell by 1 there. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run it again with Henry. Fights through, and now a crease. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 70 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Again to Henry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's see what you got. Check 55.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Henry again on second down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Henry, and he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front, because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too,
Oh, no. There was no ice bath. You're just trying to get out of there before the reporters got to you.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Ebron caught left side. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Stafford going to throw it. Rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.